Hey everyone, and welcome back to Perfect Dark Zero. First off, I need to make an apology. In the last video I was talking about how they never explained the Mayan connection with the temple. And apparently I completely blanked out this level's opening cinematic, because it does explain it quite well actually. So that's all on me. Now let's get to the temple.
Strange, we're picking up a strong energy signature emanating from inside the temple. It's like nothing I've ever seen. I should have known Datadyne were here for more than a field trip. I guess Mayhem's found what they're looking for. Our satellite scans indicate heavy lifting gear down there. They're trying to bring this thing out, whatever it is. Get a tracking device on it. Let's see where it leads us. Infiltrate the temple. Watch for traps, it's sure to be full of them. Sabotage the lifting gear if you can. That should slow Datadyne's extraction down. If you have a bug spy with you, when you've got down to the foundations, fly it in remotely and plant the tracker before Datadyne can escape. Hurry, Joe! You don't have much time.
Okay, so we're taking an RCP-90, a FAC-16, a data thief, and the cam spy with us. As Carrington said, this level actually has a time limit, and in Perfect Agent, that time limit is 5 minutes. So this is probably going to be a fairly short level.
You're a half-wit, man. No, worse than that. Now what's dumber than a half-wit?
But it says right here, star people.
Which must be their term for gods.
Or extraterrestrial?
Don't say it. Don't say extraterrestrial, or alien, or xenobiological. The star people were immortal, like gods, and as death approached, they would submit themselves to Graal, a source of infinite power and life. Well, this glyph suggests some kind of device.
No doubt powered by the artifact Mayhem's looking for.
No doubt. But the tribes of Earth grew jealous of their powers and turned on their gods, rising up against them, forcing them to flee Earth and disable the Graal.
Flee Earth? Indicating alien...
This is how you lost your tenure, isn't
All
it?
personnel, we have the power source. Pack your stuff and move out!
What? We're gonna walk out on the find of a lifetime?
No, we're gonna run.
The clock is ticking, Joe. Use your bug spy to plant a tracker on the power source before Mayhem can escape with it. You're running out of time, Joanna.
Okay, so this level is pretty big, and it's also very confusing.
It's on!
It's covered in some of those, that foliage from the jungle, which makes it hard to see. Not only that, there are so many rooms and different pathways. There are some rooms I have never found out about, and we'll get to that in a second. So this room here has something cool. On this crate are a pair of X-ray goggles, just like on the Trinity platform, and that's going to come in very handy. And I actually didn't know these were here until I was running through this for the LP. So this is one thing that I didn't know about. Here we have some of those traps that Carrington mentioned. If you walk too quickly over them, the planks of wood will break and you will fall into a literal pit of spikes.
Take the lifting gear down to the foundations, Joe. You don't have much time!
We also have to deal with a fire trap, which does a fair amount of damage, but it's mostly shock damage, so if you get hit a couple times, it's no big deal. Okay, now that guy there we can see on the X-ray goggles. He is somewhat special, as he's supposed to have a new weapon for us.
In my sight.
Now, I say supposed to because he is supposed to, but for some reason the weapon apparently glitched out and I can't seem to find it. But here it is anyway. This is the multi-mine, and it's the only mine weapon in this game. Primary fire throws out proximity mines, which of course sit dormant until you get too close to them, and then they will explode. Secondary function throws out remote mines, which you can then detonate using the left trigger. They're pretty useful, but again, they don't really suit my playstyle, so this is probably the only time you'll see them.
Don't forget, Joe, you can temporarily halt the lifting gear by hacking or destroying the controls.
Oh, my arm! R.O.
Override it with your data thief. The lifting gear's halfway there. Get a move on, Joe.
So halfway there means 2.5 minutes.
Capital effort, Dart. Hurry before they get it working again.
Why's the elevator stopped? We don't have time for this. Reroute the power.
Sabotaging the lifting gear gives us an extra 1 minute onto that time.
Joanna, our mole inside Datadyne's been found out. They've trapped him inside the temple's defenses. Ground scan shows he's in a cell below you. Help him out.
Train guns on the exit.
Before we do that, we get to see a tertiary function of the RCP-90. It actually lets you reprogram enemy devices, such as the laptop gun turrets.
Anybody there? Hello? Hello?
So here we find Grimshaw, being kind of a dick.
Bummer, man.
You're the best looking rescue party I've ever seen. Sorry, I'm Grimshaw. I was here to get intel on Ziegler's...
Yeah, his voice clips seem to glitch out a lot. A lot of the time he starts out with that sort of, you're trespassing line, which is one of the scientists' random dialogue. And then, it'll cut off before he actually finishes. I'm not really sure why it does that.
Out of ammo! She's still... Gunshot!
We're actually running pretty short of time at this point. I really gotta get moving.
Slow down!
I pretty much play the same way through all my practice runs, but there were a couple times where I was actually, like, seconds late and failed the mission. I put one of those failures at the end of the video, so you can watch that if you're interested.
This door leads to the main chamber. Real beauty of a mechanism. Let me get it open.
Grimshaw, we're kinda short on time here. Hurry it up.
Get moving, Joanna. The lifting gear's almost there.
Here you go.
Officer thinking, Grimshaw. Stand by to evac. Joe, get going.
I used to hate this section so much before I knew about the X-ray goggles, because you can't see through the bushes, so usually I just got ambushed by these three guys and got a whole bunch of psychosis gun put into me.
Joe, we're compromised. Datadyne forces came out of nowhere. Tell the old man we...
Hey, who are you talking to?
Okay, we're almost at the end. Now, do you remember in the last mission of the original Perfect Dark, they had that box-pushing puzzle to bring up a lift? Well, they decided that that was too good an idea to waste for the sequel. Except this time, there's 2 blocks.
Cross the bridge before deploying the bug spy. You can't get any further on foot. Take the bug spy from here and stick a tracker on the power source.
As long as you know where you're going for this part, it doesn't take very long. If you had to explore, though, it can definitely screw you up. Luckily, it's right here.
Good work, Joe. Datadyne doesn't...
Phantoms!
Yes, mistress.
We have an intruder. Find whoever's flying this thing and crush them.
10-4.
So here we have the boss fight of the level, the Phantoms, or I guess Mayhem's special team, and they can cloak. We're gonna find out a little bit more about that in just a minute, but right now we gotta run away.
Joanna, we're picking up cloaked enemies. Flooding the water channel will short-circuit their stealth shields, guaranteed.
I'm actually doing this objective, but it's not particularly useful unless you plan on standing in this hallway and letting them attack you from both sides.
That's it. They're easy targets now.
The threat detector is much better for fighting them. Until you can pick up one of their guns, that is. This is the plasma rifle. So it's an energy weapon, it's a heavy weapon, and it fires slow-moving but hard-hitting projectiles. It's kind of interesting in that it doesn't use ammo. It has a recharging battery. The secondary function is a lot like the RCP-120 from the original Perfect Dark, in that it cloaks you. And this will eat up the ammunition or battery power, and will use it up faster as you move around. It's a pretty cool weapon, actually. Oh shit, I'm really close to dying at this point. One more hit will probably take me out. But that's it. Mission success.
Carrington, come in. Over.
Joanna, you're alive!
Don't sound so surprised.
Actually, I'm impressed.
Mayhem's got Jonathan and the power source.
Then stay clear. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. If the Graal is a mechanism for increasing power and life force, that energy has to come from somewhere. I don't want you at ground zero when that happens.
Hey, what's life without a little excitement?
I'm serious, Joanna.
Later. I've got a plane to catch.
And that's the end of the jungle missions. Join me next time as we head somewhere a little bit more urban. See you then. Thanks for watching.
Power source coming up. Light the fires, Dragon 5.
Damn it, Joe! They've extracted the power source. We've just lost our best lead.